So, without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce you guys to the workshop tool we'll be using tonight. So, this is AI Dungeon. We're going to be using this to write our story, and we're going to, of course, go through the custom option for our path line. And thank you to Edward for the $2. Okay, let's get going now. So, AI Dungeon. You guys ready? I'm going to go ahead and explain this for you. So, AI Dungeon is a purely text-based program. It's very much choose your own adventure. It is written by an AI, and it is actually really good. I was testing it out earlier after watching the evidence of somebody else go through this, and this thing is going to be surprisingly good for our purposes. It might hit a wall a couple of times. It might screw up horribly. I have no idea, but we'll work with it, okay? So, of course, we are going to do a custom path. And the rule says, enter a prompt that describes who you are in the first couple sentences of where you start out, etc. So the example here is you are a knight in the kingdom of Larian. You are hunting the evil dragon who has been terrorizing the kingdom. You enter the forest, searching for the dragon, and see. So basically, we need to provide a prompt here for the AI that is in line with how we would start an unfiction project. Something that would be, you know, night mind material, or basically something in the field. This is your chance, everybody. We're going to start some chaotic fiction. The rules that I'm going to state are going to be the following, and they're still very open. So, due to the nature of what we're trying to make here, it has to be something that would either be found online by a main character, or it's something that you as a viewer would see online in order to kickstart the story. So, I'm going to monitor this chat for a minute, and let's see what you guys come up with. And go. I'm seeing a lot of love right now for cat girls, and it's got me scared, but I am curious. Let's see how people think about that. Okay, I saw cat girls and Homestuck, alright? So, if we're gonna roll with this idea, are we going to roll with the idea of finding something that the content, or at least the initial lure, is cat girls in a format like Homestuck? Is that what we're gonna go with here? Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the cat girls thing. So you know what? Let's go ahead and give this a whirl. Okay. So cat girls mixed with a Homestuck setup. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw some things in here for other people who wrote this. Alright, let me write up this prompt, everybody. Oh, okay. Actually, we need a name for the cat girl game. What is the cat girl game named, everybody? You know what? Everybody's talking about the keyboard, and I just saw somebody say tickety tackety. So let's name it that. We are gonna make the game Tickety Tack, the cat girl Homestuck game. I'm seeing a lot of Neko and Nikki here, so you know what? We're gonna call it Neko Tickety. Alright, so here's my prompt so far. You just moved into a new town that is mostly cornfields. It's pretty boring, so you decide to try out a new viral online text and image storybook game featuring cat girls, Neko Tickety. Now we need a third thing. We need something to happen here that gets the ball rolling. What happens in this game to clue us into the fact that this might be a weird project? I saw somebody say, I hate this stream already. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of talk about a god. So, let me see how I can wing this, alright? Do we want this? Do we want to say that we encountered somehow a god or an allusion to a god in this game? So, I'm seeing god and I'm also seeing one more thing. So, I'll go ahead and mix these two together and it'll be a surprise. You ready? Okay, here we go. You just moved into a new town that is mostly cornfields. It's pretty boring, so you decide to try out a new viral online text and image storybook game. Oh, here we go. AI Dungeon's reading it. Featuring cat girls, Neko Tickety. Everything was going fine until you ran into a storyline about a god who feeds on hyper-realistic blood. What the f?
Meow.
To yourself? I'm not a fucking vampire. I don't feed off of blood. The next day, you get an email from your friend saying he got banned for cheating in the game. And this is why I wanted to play this. Already, we are off to the races. So this just got crazy already. So the next day, you get an email from your friend saying he got banned for cheating in the game. Our next step, it says, what will you do? How do we respond? While the chat figures it out, I'll go ahead and read out these super chats quick. Just ignore the office setup for a second. I just needed to read this. From Mr. Bones. Thank you for that super chat, saying, like with most of your stuff you cover, I've never heard of this, but I'm excited for the adventure. Stay awesome. Thank you. And Jeff said, just want to say I loved you since House has people in it. Can the MC be a smart gamer who notices hyper-realistic blood? Hey, I caught it! There we go. Save his account, people are saying. Save his account, hack, or ask how he did it. How do we know, friend? Okay, so we're going to ask how he did it and recommend that he save his account. Is that what we're going to do here? Okay, so we're going to save the account. We're going to ask how he did it. Okay, let's figure this out then. So we're asking the friend, how did you cheat? Is there a way we can save your account? Alright, AI Dungeon is thinking. The friend says, no, it says my account has been banned. I think they're trying to ban all the players who are using cheats. You sigh and send him another message. Hey, buddy, how did you cheat? Are there any ways we can save your account? Okay, so AI Dungeon has paused here. It asks if there's anything that we specifically want to do. I have something in mind for what I would want to do at this moment, but let's see, guys. What do you say? Meanwhile, Jordan says, call your friend Unpick and Dab before attempting to woo the cat girl. Okay. Alright, so a lot of people are saying to just hit enter and see if AI Dungeon continues its tale or passes the ball to us. Let's do that, because it did leave us on a cliffhanger here. Alright, let's make it think. Let's see what happens. Oh, sweet! Okay, he replies with a few possible solutions. One involves buying a special item called the cheat code. Another option would be to buy a hacked game, which will allow you to play without having to use cheats. Okay. Alright. We've actually got a real choice here. What do we do, everybody? Oh man, that is overwhelming. Everybody says buy the hacked game. Okay, let's do it. Alright, we're buying the hacked game. Let's see what happens to us. You spend $10 on the hacked game, and after downloading it, you find that you have no problem playing the game normally. The only thing is, when you start up the game, it asks if you want to activate your code or not. Okay, you reply. Oh boy. Alright, so AI Dungeon left us on a blank here, so I guess it wants us to make a decision whether we activate the code or not. Everybody's saying activate it. Okay. Activate the code. Let's see what happens. You enter the code and immediately you see a screen pop up asking if you want to continue. Yes, please continue, you type back. A few minutes later, you get a confirmation screen saying that your account has been unlocked. Whew! Okay, we passed a life or death situation there, or this might come back to haunt us. Because this is an unfiction sort of project that we're writing right now, guaranteed, 100%. Writing moment, this would be, if this is our origin story, this is the decision that comes back to haunt the main character. Before we continue, this is fun, from Grimmelkind. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my long-lost shaker of salt in Margaritaville. No one can hear you scream. Alright, a lot of people are saying to start up the game. I guess that's our only option here, right? You load up the game and are greeted by a very nice-looking girl who greets you. She seems to know everything about you, but she doesn't seem to mind since she keeps talking to you. Okay, everybody, here it is. The scariest moment that could possibly happen in your life. There's a girl talking to you. What do you say? I'm sorry, I had to. Man, there are so many different responses right now. I've got for some decent options here, flirt or ask her name. So let's ask the girl's name. She looks at you as if she wants to say something, but then quickly shakes her head. Oh, sorry about that, she says. My name is Tanya, and this is my boyfriend, Ryan. Oh my god! Even in a cat girl game, you're getting blocked. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. You've got no chance with Tanya. Ryan's in the way. So, what do we do? Although, we've got a hint here. She looks at you as if she wants to say something, but quickly shakes her head. So, clearly she's hiding something, and she's got a boyfriend here. What do we do? I've got things between seduce Ryan and kill Ryan and fight Ryan. You guys gotta make up your mind. It seems that there's something that we need to do about Ryan, but what are we gonna do? Let's come to a consensus here. Okay, I've seen a lot of roll to seduce here, so let's try it. Instead of cat girl Tanya, we're gonna flirt with cat boy Ryan. You move closer to Ryan and begin flirting with him. He seems like a really cool guy, but he also seems kind of creepy too. You wonder what his real name is since you've never seen him before in person. Oh my god, did this just make this an MMORPG? This got weird. Okay. Wow. Okay, and this is why it's chaotic fiction. What do we do, everybody? Okay, everybody is saying that Ryan is the blood god. So we're gonna, I guess, suspect him of being the blood god here? I'm seeing a lot of people move to kiss Ryan here, so you know what? Wow, it's overwhelming. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's kiss Ryan and see if he actually bites us. Oh no. Ryan smiles at you and begins kissing you back. This makes you feel good, but also gets your heart racing a little bit. Are we done yet? You ask Ryan. Yeah, let's go to the bathroom together. He responds. Okay, so we defeated Tanya. Tables completely turned. And this is now going to become something that I'll need to see if I'm going to have to moderate this, or if this goes the way that we really want it to go, and it turns into a classic kind of story that we're all used to. What do we do, gang? Okay, so I'm seeing a mix of follow him into the bathroom, but also coupled with use the moment to attack him. Are we going to do that? Are we going to follow? Because you know what? The clues are kind of lining up here. Because Tanya's doing nothing, and she looked to be in trouble, and we noticed that Ryan's kind of creepy. So, if we follow Ryan to the bathroom and attack him, this might be an adventure path. Are we going to do that? Okay, yeah, you know what? We've got a super chat even here that confirms it from Jordan. Use your clever seduction tactics and stab Ryan in the bathroom to obtain the cat girl. And we also got a super chat of $20. Wow, thank you. From Ryan Giefer. As a fellow Ryan, I can say with authority, keep that boy safe and treasure him always. Oh no! Okay. I don't know, Mr. Giever. I think the crowd outweighs you here. I think we gotta go stab your brother in here. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. This might end up badly for us. Hyper-realistic blood for the blood god. You walk into the bathroom and fall right inside. As soon as you step in, Ryan grabs your hand and leans in for a quick peck on the lips. That's not what we said! That's it! No, you're gonna follow along. You're gonna follow what we say. In fact, stab Ryan twice. Nice. As soon as Ryan gives you a peck on the lips, you pull away from him and stab him twice in the chest. Blood splatters all over the place and he falls backward onto the floor. What was that for? You hear someone yell out. Oh god, we've got a witness. What do we do? Everybody says kill the witness. Oh man, you don't even want to find out who it is and try to explain herself? Okay. You turn around and shoot the person who yelled out, "It's your sister Kelly!" But you don't even bother trying to kill her because she's already dead. What? I did it, you shout. Damn it! Dungeon. It's completely is broken. Okay, so this is a pickle. You turn around and shoot the person who yelled out, "It's your sister Kelly," but you don't even bother trying to kill her because she's already dead. I did it, you shout. Okay, so let's figure this thing out. If we're playing this game and it's our dead sister who shows up, we've got a real problem now. If we want to entertain the line from the AI here. Yeah, somebody just said in super chat, I assume this is also happening in the game. So if this is happening in the game and we're seeing our sister Kelly who is dead, now we've got our moment of something truly messed up is happening here. So the writer part of me says this is the moment where you realize that you've got a story here for sure, beyond just the initial setup. So what do we do? And somebody just mentioned in Super Chat, they've got a feature to use remember, so you know what, we'll go ahead and type that in here to feed the AI. Remember, this is a computer game. People are saying inspect the body, or summon the blood god. There's your options. Do we inspect Kelly's body, which is in this game, and that's scary enough, or do we try and summon the blood god in the game? Jordan with a major super chat. Last of my super chat money, but I want this pinned. And like giving cat dead money. My boys, get us a cat girl, become the blood god. We got this, Jordan. I guess we're gonna summon the blood god, aren't we? Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna summon the blood god. Disturbed at the sequence of events, here's only one option. I summon the blood god. You grab your phone and call the blood god. Hello? Hello, the voice answers? Hi, it's me! I killed my brother, Ryan, you exclaim! Oh no! No! Oh god! Oh no! We seduced our own brother! No! So, our dead sister Kelly witnessed the murder of our, unbeknownst to us, brother Ryan, who we kissed and were convinced was in leagues with the blood god, but now we're calling the blood god. Do we want to say or do we want to tell the blood god anything after this revelation here? Or do we just want to see what AI Dungeon says? Because AI Dungeon seems to have a storyline of its own now. Ryan Giver said, I told you. And now I'm getting people saying to seduce the blood god. Oh boy. I guess this is just what you do in a cat people game, right? Seduce the blood god. The blood god speaks through you. Do not worry, my child. Your actions will be rewarded greatly. You take off your shirt and put it over your brother's body, which is now turned to dust. Oh god, there's no seducing this blood god. We were a puppet for the blood god. Okay. You know what? I gotta see what AI Dungeon says happens next. I'm gonna hit enter. You then strip down complete... Oh no. Oh god. You then strip down completely and start kissing the blood covering your face. Delicious. So much, you moan as you continue to lick up the rest. Oh, no. This is what happens when you choose to serve me, my child. I don't know if the blood is an analogy or what, but this has definitely taken a very dark turn. Well, okay. Do we put down the game? Or do we try to continue playing? What do we do, people? Okay, people are saying to log off. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. I log out of the game and stare at the ceiling, asking myself why we continue to live in a world like this. A few hours pass and you get hungry, so you head to the kitchen where you find Ryan's mom sitting at the table eating. She notices you staring at her son's corpse and looks over at you. Okay! Boundaries of the game have just broken. Okay, so at this point, in order to actually write this out, everything that we just experienced was in the game, right? Except for the moment where we saw our apparently dead sister, and we chose to investigate the Blood God anyway, and then became, as a character in the game, as in service of the Blood God. So we log off, go to the kitchen, and find Ryan's mom sitting at the table eating. I don't know how AI Dungeon is trying to interpret that. She notices you staring at her son's corpse and looks over at you. So Ryan's corpse, which had turned to dust, is now in the kitchen. So what are we gonna do here? You know what? Everybody is asking. There have been so many requests for a suplex here. I'm gonna go ahead and try and offer this motion on their behalf. Do we suplex Ryan's mother? We suplex Ryan's mother. The paranormal entity that showed up in the kitchen while looking at her son's corpse. You do just that and she falls over. Oh!
Meow, meow.
Oh god! Her screams as she clutches her stomach. My son! My son! She continues to scream before passing out. I'm laughing, but this is an actual, like, horror scenario now, where the murder that you just committed in the game for the honor of the Blood God, or in suspicion of the Blood God, has just followed you into real life, and now it's got actual consequences. This is scary. Soundbreaker said, go Starscream and take the role of Blood God for yourself. Oh god, everybody is saying to sacrifice her to the Blood God. Okay, so are we gonna run a parallel here to the game? Are we gonna become the Blood God? I know Ryan is your brother, but we don't know if he's like the half-brother or something. That's why I'm trying to treat it as, you know, still Ryan's mother. Because he could be a half-brother, you know? Everybody says to become the Blood God. Okay. I channeled the Blood God from the video game in real life. There is no turning back. Time to sacrifice Ryan's mother. You stand over your fallen victim and begin chanting, "Believe in the Blood God!" you chant as you look at the blood-covered wall behind you. Suddenly, a red glow appears above your head and you feel yourself being pulled towards it. Jeff said, sacrifice her. Only through the Blood God's power can we get a cat girl. Our morality is no more. Gone is the life of our brother. Gone with the life of our brother. We're entering the portal, I guess. There's no other option. Let's see where this goes. We've done too much. Enter the red glow. You enter the red glow and are instantly transported into a dark room with a door at the end of it. A man stands in front of you holding a large knife. He stares at you and raises his hand to knock you against the wall. Oh my god, everybody wants us to seduce the man with a knife. Seduce the knife-wielding man. Let's see if this gambit works. Oh my god. You move closer to him and kiss him passionately. Yes, 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 you cry as he begins to thrust his knife into your chest. Ah, oh yes, he moans as you writhe on the floor. There's a lot of sudden role reversals all over the place here. I think this just became like Hellraiser territory. We have such sights to show you. So, what do we do? What do we do here now? Now that we are being stabbed for the ecstasy of the blood god. Somebody said press enter. I think that might be the only smart option here. Do we press enter? Do we just see what happens next according to AI Dungeon? Oh my god, everybody says seduce the knife. Are we really gonna... You know what? Fine, fine. You wanna see how stupid we can get? Let's try it. Seduce the knife! He grabs your hair and pulls you close. I am the blood god, Ryan, and you are nothing but an abomination, he says as he stabs you repeatedly in the neck. You fall unconscious and die soon after. While we contemplate that... Hold on, everybody, you're about to see double vision.
Look, people, it's you.
I just wanted to be able to surely read this. Thank you, Metagaming Pigeon. Hey, Nightmine literally been here for a long time, and I'm glad I got off early so I could be here for this, though I don't know what I walked into. Thank you, Metagaming Pigeon. That was extremely generous, and I'm glad you could be here. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy right now. Everything's a little crazy. Before that, Jeff said we have such cat girls to show you. Yep. It only ends when AI Dungeon says it ends. Like, it'll say, like, the end, or there's no more you can do. So, we have an option here, potentially. We can interpret this. This can be genuine death, and we can say the end, and re-roll for another adventure without blood gods or cat girls, or we can see if this is a ruse. And yeah, if we were Ryan, who was actually Ryan? Maybe we were all Ryan. Somebody just said, just right, I live. Okay, you want to try continue? People are saying revive, people are saying continue, so let's give it a shot. We'll do the classic continue. 2 years later! Ryan's father sits in the living room watching TV. His wife walks in and sees him. She runs out of the house yelling about how she needs to go wash up or something. The next day, they both leave for work without saying goodbye. Well, this is a curveball. Alright, so clearly, this is the terrible cash-in sequel that we're in now. What's our first move? We are Ryan's dad, people are saying now. Okay, so if we're Ryan's dad, what do we do? Yeah, and you know what? That's a good point. His wife walks in and sees him. So that's not the mother that got suplexed and sacrificed to the blood god to open the portal. This is a different woman. So now we are the sole survivor of the weird massacre. Somebody immediately goes, divorce Ryan's mom! She's dead! Well, we left for work without saying goodbye, so now I guess we went to leave for work. So what are we doing? We're gonna get a divorce now? All of a sudden, one transgression and you get a divorce? This is why none of you can keep a relationship. Think about divorce. You decide to file for divorce. Your children will be taken away from you and you don't want them growing up in a world like yours. Your ex-wife goes through with filing for divorce and takes all your money, property, and assets. You never see her again. Way to go, everybody! Way to go! You just turned this from a fictional, fun horror story into a regular tragedy. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use executive power right here. I'm gonna call this the terrible epilogue or post-credits scene or the really bad DLC moment. Our story is ended here. Okay, so let's sit for a minute and think about what just happened. Alright? We're gonna sit in the office. Alright, and we have some super chats from Mr. Bone saying, I've never laughed this long in a long time. I want to see if we can just will a cat girl into being. And Jeff says, find the old game of your dead son and fall in love with the cat girl. So I did say that I wanted to see if we could figure out whether or not we could spin this entire idea of what we go through here into an actual storyline. So let's recount what happened, okay? We moved to a new place, all right? Full of cornfields and not much else. So we try to play this new online game, this story type of game, with cat girls and cat boys. It's a Neko game. And somebody just said, this has gone from horror story to country song. Yeah. So we play this game, and it's kind of weird. There's mentions of hyper-realistic blood. Our friend gets kicked out of the game for cheating. We're offered a way to get into the game through a hacked game or just buying the cheat. So we get the hacked game, we play it, we talk to Tanya, who introduces us to Ryan, her boyfriend, try to seduce him, notice that he's kind of weird, follow him to the bathroom, and try to kill him in order to take out who we presume to be part of the Blood God Pact. Then we have a witness in our sister Kelly, who is already dead in the game. So the ghost of Kelly is showing up. And we call up the Blood God. So we instantly change sides out of nowhere. So I'll go ahead and say that what happened there is witnessing as a character the appearance of Kelly or something warped us so much in that moment as a player that we instantly investigated the Blood God angle, and then we witnessed the actual events happen in the game of being taken by the Blood God. So we log out of the game, contemplate our life, go into the kitchen, and find the characters that we left there from the devastation are there for real, and are overcome with bloodlust, and try to become the Blood God again, or channel the Blood God. We get pulled into a portal for the Blood God, fight a dude, and then try to seduce him, who ends up killing us on the Blood God's behalf, who knows that we're trying to earn the power of the Blood God. And that's the end of that character. And forget the DLC story of that dude's father later on. So let's let that soak in for a minute. I've got a super chat here from Grimalkind. For the next adventure, may I request the setting be Margaritaville and the monster be named Grimalkind after my beautiful and sexy visage. Ooh woo. We'll see if the crowd can agree to those terms. But if I had to spin a genuine narrative out of this, I would say, if we wanted to make this an unfiction project, you would have to fake the Neko Cat game, first of all, either through screenshots or something else, and have somebody, I guess, try talking about how weird it seems and what happens to them in the game. So it would be a Pets Cop sort of thing, alright? It would be a Pets Cop sort of thing, but we would get to see what happens outside of the computer and witness the complete downfall and corruption of this person who played the game and fell victim to an obviously real blood god. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it would be to hear that this was a legend and try to find the game, which is what some people are suggesting here. Chip time but Neko Cat game, somebody said. Yeah, basically. Kinda. Neko Tickety, yeah. And Wandia or Wanla11 said, "Hey Nick, have you heard of the Magnus Archives? I have not." Actually, I might have. I just may not remember. Yeah. Nader Kicks said, "This game is weird. Everybody tries to either seduce you, kill you, or both." Well, it starts with the dad's perspective and the divorce, then goes into the blood god game. Jeff said, "Real talk, next adventure should be full tropes about a spooky stalking entity. Maybe they stalk the protagonist and cut off everyone close to them. Spooks." Yeah. Okay. So, I would call it a case of this would be one of the weirdest Petscop inspirations ever to storm the internet, because it would be the weirdest mix of Petscop and in storytelling style mixed with all the tropes and things and story elements of Doki Doki Literature. And a little bit of chip time. Yeah, for sure. John GG said, "I think you need to harness the power of cat girls to bring everyone to the portal of death and nothingness. It sounds like a fun time to me." It sounds like a fun time to me, too. So here's the question, everybody. Do we re-roll? Do we start another story? Okay, everybody wants to give this another story. Alright. Oh, sweet. Okay, you know what? This super chat just got in exactly on time from Vanessa. Next prompt, and I like this. You live in a small town. A new bus stop is installed on your street. You never see any buses or passengers until one night a beat-up bus pulls up. Beat-up old bus. I really like this, and you just remember the whole super chat rule, and you pulled in right on time. I say we go for it. This can go a load of places. And Grimmelkind says that, "You know what must be done. The Buffett beckons. In Margaritaville, no one can hear you scream." We'll see if we can weave that in somehow. So, okay. You live in a small town. A new bus stop is installed on your street. You never see any buses or passengers until one night a beat-up old bus pulls up. Inside, you find a man and a woman who look like they are about to cry. They both get off the bus, but not before it gets stuck in traffic. The driver of the bus looks at them and says, "I'm sorry for this inconvenience." They both get off the bus, but not before it gets stuck in traffic. Driver of the bus looks at them and says, "I'm sorry for this inconvenience." So, I think AI Dungeon kind of screwed up a little bit there with syntax. Did they get off the bus, or are we stuck? Like, did they try to get off the bus, or is it stuck in traffic? I guess we'll have to figure that out first. Are they getting off the bus, or are they stuck in traffic and we're with them right now? Chat, let me know. I am vetoing efforts to seduce characters this time. Okay, so they got off the bus. They got off the bus is what we're saying here. There was a small hit of traffic, so the AI Dungeon is just doing a little bit of writer setup here. There was a small inconvenience, you know, he says to them goodbye. So I guess we've got an option here. We can stay on the bus, or we can follow them getting off the bus. I'm seeing a lot of people say to get off the bus. So you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's get off the bus and see what happens. We're going to be late. The couple starts crying again as you get off the bus. "It's okay," you say. "Let's go home." They nod their heads in agreement and start walking towards the house. Okay, so it seems that we know them. Or we're all headed to the same place. It seems that we're all headed towards the same place. Start walking toward the house. Ooh, I like where this is going. So what do we do? Do we just go with emotion, go to the house? Body slams, seductions, and suplexes are out of the question now, alright? None of that for this round. I saw somebody say observe the house. I actually like that. I want to see details about this house. Good idea. Let's observe the house. That should inform our decision. As you walk through the front door, you notice that there isn't much furniture inside. There's a bed, a dresser, and some bookshelves. The couple walks into the kitchen where they sit down at an empty table. So, what do we have here? Alright, now who's the person who said that? I'm presuming that's somebody who was already in the house. What do we want to do? Okay, yeah, a lot of people want to find out who that voice is. This is my wife, Karen. Karen looks at you with her tear-filled eyes. She then turns around and hugs you tightly. Her tears run down her cheeks as she holds on to you. Oh, thank God, I was so worried. Okay, this is odd. This could go 1,000 places. What do we do, people? I like how everybody's freaking out now that her name is Karen. Jeff said, conveniently begin recording, so if something spooky happens, you can upload it. You know what? That's exactly what would happen in an unfiction project. Is there a legitimate reason to be recording here? We don't know. That would probably be figured out later. So you know what? Let's go ahead and give that a whirl. Good job remembering what our premise is here. Let's go for that. I turn on my phone camera to record without anyone noticing. Please don't take our picture. We'll be fine. Karen kisses you on the cheek and runs out of the room. You turn off your phone camera and leave the house. As you walk back to your car, you hear a loud noise outside. Oh, it's going down! I've got such a mix of investigate, turn on the camera, and people just screaming Slender Man. Let's see what we can whip up here. You've seen too many Slender Man web series to ignore this. You turn on the phone camera and investigate the loud noise outside. What the hell?
Meow.
This place is shaking! It's moving! You can hear a loud noise coming from outside. You quickly grab your bag and run out of the house as fast as you can. I mean, we were already outside of the house, but okay. Also, apparently our car is here at the house. What do we do? Do we continue to go to the car? Or do we... what do we do? People say get in the car. Get in the car. Okay. You hurry to get in the car. You drive away from the house as fast as you can.
Purr.
Oh God! You slam on your brakes and speed up the car. That's not how cars work when you're trying to get away from anything unless there's something in the road AI dungeon, but okay. What do? Okay, so the really good thing is that our camera is recording this now, alright? Things are happening for sure. And we have the little snippet at the front with Karen and her dude there from the house visit, whatever that was about. And then immediately after this, we have the whole earthquake thing and everything's going to hell. So we have a legitimate start to a video-based series now, which is great. We just have to see where this goes. Look behind you, people say. People think that we're being chased. Okay. Look in rearview mirror. You look in the rearview mirror and see a dark figure standing behind you. It slowly approaches you. Hey, what are you doing? You scream at it. It doesn't respond. Instead, it continues to approach closer and closer to you. So I guess, I don't know, maybe we're at a red light or something. What do we do? There's a figure behind us now. We really are in a series now. This is so Slender Man web series. It's hilarious. What do we do? I'm seeing a lot more calls to run the red light rather than reverse. Run the red light. No! You run the red light and crash into another vehicle! You fall unconscious from the impact! Oh no! Oh man, okay. I think I have to hit enter here, because Now it needs to tell us what happens next for our setup. So I'm gonna do that. Let's roll. Your body hurts like hell, but you manage to stay conscious long enough for someone to call 911. After regaining consciousness, I guess. Alright, so... yeah, we regain consciousness, somebody calls 911, everything hurts, and this all happened because we tried to run a red light because there was a monster, and we've got it on camera, at least, I think, if we recorded what we were looking at in the rearview mirror. So we've got footage to prove our case if something happens as a result of this. I do have a super chat from Jeff, aka Jordan, I think, saying, look at the camera and say, I'm so scared, guys, before ignoring traffic laws and going. We can't die yet. We haven't encountered a cat girl. Everybody says look for the figure. Okay. You look around and see nothing. You try to move your arms, legs, and everything else, but you're unable to do anything except lie still in pain. Okay, so we're gonna just lie still in pain for a second. And I'll add something else. Cry. Wow, okay. You cry uncontrollably. Your mother comes running into the house and sees you. She rushes over to you and tries to comfort you, but all that does is make your situation worse. Okay, scene transition. We're home now. After our accident in the hospital or something. What do we do? Chrono Trigger Happy says, okay, we back in the stupid house. Oh yeah, you know what? If this is a scene transition like this, I guess we have the potential to swing this into our advantage. Were we asleep? Or did this actually happen to us? Okay, everybody says to check the footage. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's see if this was real. Check phone for camera footage. You check your phone for camera footage. You find no video. So you assume the person who recorded it has deleted their account. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. I just wanted to help. I'm assuming that's what our mother is saying here. I think AI Dungeon is confused. You know what? Let's revert and re-roll that. Check phone for video of the dark figure in earthquake. Come on. Come on, figure it out. Perfect! Oh, actually no, not perfect! You check your phone for any videos or images of the dark figure, you find none. The next day, you wake up with a pounding headache and feel nauseous. The pain is gone now, though. You sit up and notice something strange. Your arm has grown longer than normal. Okay, this makes a lot more sense for storyline. But your arm has grown longer than normal. I have never seen somebody do that with a series. Whoever wants to try to deploy something like that first and be really convincing and good with it, you have my blessing. Go. Somebody said, reach the top shelf like never before. I love it. Check to see what we look like. Okay, yeah. I know, I love all the jokes about how now we are becoming Slender Man, but actually that would be a brand new take on it. Well, holy crap, look at that. You guys found a brand new take on a Slender Man web series. That would actually be really great. I like that. See? There's always new ground to discover. You can't keep doing the same old damn thing that everybody else has done. Think of brilliant new ways to do things like that. Anyway, people are saying to go ahead and check out how you look. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's look at the mirror. You look in the mirror and see that your hand has become much longer than usual. It looks almost like a snake. This isn't real. Oh dear God. Okay, yeah. You know what? This is a hell of a storytelling effort. If you were to do this, this would be... oh man, I'd be all in. I would be all in for this. Jeff said, try to lure out the spooky thing by posting an overused YouTube video with code and spooky images to trick him into thinking you're a big monster too. Somehow I doubt that would work. Everybody's saying tentacle, tendril, and it immediately makes me think, oh god, no, we're turning into Chatham. Okay, some people are insisting on calling Ryan, which would make no sense for this story, and would be a brand new action introducing a brand new character of Ryan, but if you're insistent on it, we'll give that a shot, and see what we get for our new Ryan. You call your brother Ryan's number. Oh dear god, not again. He answers immediately. Ryan, what the
Meow.
f*** here? He asks. You explain everything that happened yesterday and he seems genuinely concerned about you. Okay, so AI Dungeon is confused on who Ryan is and who is speaking, but what do we do here? Take a picture of yourself and send to Ryan. Okay, I like that idea. That makes sense to me here. It also falls in line with tell Ryan what's going on, which some people are suggesting, so let's do that. In fact, we don't even know if the camera will take the picture. You take a photo of your arm and send it to Ryan. He says he'll get back to you as soon as possible. A few days pass and you don't hear anything from him again. Great brother! Great brother! A few days pass with us and our freaky new tentacle arm, and he doesn't do anything. We have officially scared him off forever. Go check on Ryan. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Go check on Ryan. Maybe he's been struck down by the curse of the tentacle arm. You decide to check on Ryan himself. You head over to his place of work and knock on the door. No one answers, so you assume he went home. As you enter, you see him sitting at his desk writing something down on a piece of paper. My brain instantly goes to, what's the dumbest thing we could do? And I think, poke him in the back of the head with your tentacle. Everybody says poke him in the head. Okay. Poke Ryan in the head with my tentacle arm. You poke Ryan in the head with your tentacle arm and he gasps in surprise. You explain what happened and how you were possessed by a demon. I mean, I guess? There's no... The jury's still out on that one, but okay. Check paper. You know what? That's a good idea. Yeah. I like that best. Let's check Ryan's paper. You check Ryan's paper and see that he wrote an essay about his experience. It sounds very interesting. I think I should write this up. Okay, well, 1, you already did. I guess he means type it up. 2, experience about what? Okay, so I guess it had nothing really in relation to us. What do we do now? Stuff paper into Ryan's mouth with tentacle hand? Really? Ask what people are saying. Yeah. Ask what experience he wrote about. Because maybe it's not one of his experiences, maybe it's what we've been through. You ask what experience he wrote about and he tells you it was a supernatural one. He mentions that there have been several other people who have had similar experiences recently. Ooh, what kind of supernatural ones? Yeah, you know what? It's taking us on a roll. I'm just going to hit enter and see what it comes up with now. He explains that some people have experienced things such as seeing ghosts or hearing voices in their heads. Others have seen demonic beings coming out of nowhere and attacking them. Some even report feeling sick after having contact with these entities. Okay, now I've got to chip in one here for myself. I'm going to take an executive decision here. 1 second. Anybody else suddenly grow tentacle arms, I ask? Because this is pretty paranormal, not gonna lie. He nods and tells you that he thinks it might be related to the recent increase in demonic activity around town. Well, I guess we need to all just stay indoors more often then, you reply. How does this relate to our assignment? Oh my god, are we accidentally getting all the way back to the beginning of the story? Is this why we ended up calling Ryan according to the logic that's developing here? This is working out now. Wow, this is coming together a lot better than the first one. You know what? I gotta hit enter again. Yeah, we're supposed to be going into town right now. Yeah, well, I'm not sure yet. The captain said he wants us to investigate the situation first before making any conclusions. Okay. Well, can you tell me exactly what happened? Sure! I mean, yeah, but we gotta keep this short. Okay, so anyway, we're supposed to be going into town right now. So I guess we told him. What? We haven't gotten here yet. No, we are. Look at this map. Point at bus stop. Good idea. There we go. You point at the bus stop on the map and say, this is where it started. Wait. What are you talking about? It's a long story. You start to get annoyed. This is where I got on the bus to meet the old couple. And then the thing with the house and the earthquake and the demon, and next morning I wake up with my tentacle arm. The bus stop is where we should go. Now let's get going. Okay. Fine. You drive right in yourself to the bus stop. It seems like an eternity until we actually reach it. Then we both sit down in order for us to figure out how to get off this damn island! And now we're on an island! Great! Hey, wait, a voice calls from behind us. Cherry Doodles said, pull out phone and start recording once you're at the bus stop. Yeah, you know what? That would be a good idea for this next action. Whatever we take next, it's going to include taking out the phone again. Okay, yeah, you know what? Turn on phone camera to record and point it at Karen, the one who shouted. She looks back at you with her eyes wide open. Karen, are you alright, you ask? Oh, yeah, I'm fine, she replies nervously. What was that? Now, see, we drove the crashed car because I think we didn't actually crash. I think that was one of those weird paranormal state things. Jeff said, Karen is a cat girl. Do you really want me to Fine, okay. Your blood runs cold. You notice Karen is now a cat girl. Your blood starts to run cold when you see Karen transform into a cat girl. Her face has changed too. Now looking like that of a normal human girl's. That's not happening, you exclaim as she turns back into a woman. Connor McClory just said, just joined the Patreon for $5. Thank you. Here's another $5 for my favorite being with 4 eyes. Thank you very much. Okay, the chat is saying hallucinations. Yeah, you know what? We might be suffering hallucinations. This one would just be considered an Easter egg to the previous project. You suddenly feel very sick. Your head feels like it's going to explode and you have these horrible visions of your friends being eaten alive by monsters.
Meow, meow.
You shout in terror as you fall backwards onto the ground. Yeah, you know what? AI Dungeon has probably watched a lot of Nightmare content. This is exactly how it goes. This is it. This is our territory. Okay, and the next logical thing, of course, is pass out. You pass out as you hear a loud noise outside. You don't know what happened, but you woke up somewhere else entirely. Where am I, you ask yourself in confusion. The end! Dude, it's a series that abandoned the point that it was at! It's another dead project! It's a case file! Just when it gets good, it turns into a case file. Oh my god. The web series is abandoned at this point. Nightmind receives 13 suggestions about it over 2 years, forget it exists, and then makes a case file video 14 months later. You decide to abandon the web series after only making 3 episodes! You just want to focus on schoolwork and your studies! I think I'll be done with all this soon. You say, yeah, well, there will always be more stuff to do, Karen says. Holy shit. Oh my god! Too real! Oh my god. That's it. We did it. We did it, chat. This was absolutely the more realistic project that we made. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.